Calm and deep. The Art of War, full 15-minute summary script. Narration ready. Welcome to this extended summary of The Art of War, the timeless strategic masterpiece written over 2,500 years ago by the Chinese general and philosopher Sun Tzu. Though originally crafted as a manual for military commanders, its insights are now applied to business, leadership, sports, personal development, and even everyday decision-making. In the next 15 minutes, we'll explore every chapter of the book, uncovering the principles that have made it one of the most widely studied texts on strategy in human history. Let's begin. Introduction. The Art of War is built around a simple idea. Victory comes not from brute strength, but from superior strategy. To win decisively and efficiently, a leader must understand people, timing, psychology, terrain, and opportunity. Sun Tzu teaches that the best victory is one in which conflict is minimized, efficiency is maximized, and the commander maintains clarity of mind. Chapter 1. Laying Plans. Sun Tzu opens with the foundation of all strategy: planning. He advises leaders to evaluate 5 fundamental factors before taking action: the way, or moral influence; heaven, timing and weather; earth, terrain and distance; leadership, and discipline. Victory begins with knowledge. Before committing to anything, whether a battle, a business deal, or a personal challenge, you must understand the environment, your own strengths, and the intentions of your opponent. Careful calculations determine whether an action should even be taken. The message is clear. Most battles are won before they're fought, through planning. Chapter 2. Waging War. Here, Sun Tzu discusses the costs of prolonged conflict. A long war drains resources, morale, and willpower. Therefore, a wise leader seeks swift and decisive outcomes, not endless confrontation. Applied to modern life, avoid long, draining struggles. Seek clarity, efficiency, and resolution. Sun Tzu warns, a leader who does not understand the financial, emotional, and human cost of conflict risks destroying both their forces and themselves. Chapter 3. Attack by Stratagem. This chapter contains one of Sun Tzu's most famous principles. The supreme art of war is to subdue the enemy without fighting. The best victory is gained with minimal conflict by using intelligence, alliances, psychological influence, and positioning. He outlines a hierarchy of strategic goals: win without fighting, disrupt the enemy's strategy, break their alliances, engage their armies directly, the last resort. This chapter emphasizes that strategy is not about domination, but about outthinking your opponent. Chapter 4. Tactical Dispositions. Sun Tzu explains that true skill lies in making yourself invincible while waiting for the right moment to strike. This means prepare thoroughly, defend wisely, attack only when success is guaranteed. Victory requires positioning. A wise leader creates a situation where defeat is impossible and victory is inevitable. Chapter 5. Energy. Energy refers to the efficient use of resources: time, manpower, attention, and effort. Sun Tzu distinguishes between direct force and indirect force. Direct force is head-on action. Indirect force is creativity, deception, and flexibility. Great leaders combine both to create momentum. Small advantages accumulate, turning into unstoppable force, much like a boulder rolling down a hill. Chapter 6. Weak Points and Strong. Sun Tzu teaches the importance of discovering where your opponent is weak and targeting those areas instead of confronting their strengths. This is the basis of competitive strategy, negotiation, smart conflict resolution, and entrepreneurial positioning. He emphasizes adaptability. Just as water takes the shape of the ground it flows over, Great strategy adapts to the situation rather than forcing the situation to fit a fixed plan. Chapter 7. Maneuvering. Movement, whether of armies or ideas, is costly and complicated. Sun Tzu warns leaders not to rush blindly into action. Maneuver only when necessary and do so with preparation and clear communication. He stresses that unity, morale, and clarity are more valuable than raw force. Confusion, poor signals, or disorganization can ruin even a strong army. Chapter 8. Variation in tactics. This chapter highlights the need for flexibility. Rigid plans break under pressure. A successful leader responds to circumstances rather than resisting the situation. Sun Tzu advises, do not repeat the same tactic simply because it worked once. Adjust your strategy based on terrain, timing, and opponent. Recognize when conditions change and adapt immediately. Predictability leads to defeat. Flexibility leads to victory. Chapter 9. The Army on the March. This is a chapter on observation, how to read signs in your environment and detect what the enemy intends. Sun Tzu explains that subtle changes in behavior can reveal an opponent's motivation. Physical signs reflect internal readiness. Leaders must develop intuition and pay attention to small details. In life, this translates to emotional intelligence, reading people, observing patterns, detecting hidden motives. Strategy is powered by knowledge. Chapter 10. Terrain. Sun Tzu categorizes different types of terrain and explains how each affects strategy. He shows that success depends on using terrain to your advantage, whether terrain means physical landscape, social environment, organizational structure, or market conditions. The key lesson: never enter a situation without understanding the ground you stand on. Chapter 11. The 9 situations. This chapter describes 9 types of battlegrounds, each requiring a unique approach. These include dispersive ground, focal ground, difficult ground, enclosed ground, fatal ground. Sun Tzu explains the mindset and tactics required in each. On some grounds, you must retreat. On others, you must push forward. And in the most desperate situations, where retreat is impossible, Sun Tzu says troops fight with extraordinary courage. The deeper message: people become most powerful when they have purpose and no way back. Chapter 12. Attack by fire. This chapter examines the use of environmental tools, fire in ancient warfare, but metaphorically any external advantage in modern life. Sun Tzu explains how to use external factors to weaken the enemy: weather, timing, situational leverage, technology, public perception. The lesson is to use the world around you creatively rather than relying solely on direct effort. Chapter 13. The use of spies. The final chapter focuses on intelligence, arguably the most important element in strategy. Sun Tzu says, with accurate information, you can win with minimal effort. Without information, even the strongest army fails. He identifies 5 types of spies and explains how intelligence must be gathered, analyzed, and used with care. In modern terms, this includes market research, competitive analysis, personal insight, social awareness, and understanding human psychology. Strategy is powered by knowledge. Overall themes of the art of war. 1. Know yourself and know your enemy. Self-awareness and situational awareness lead to predictable success. 2. Win without fighting. Efficiency is better than conflict. Influence is better than brute force. 3. Adapt to change. Plans are disposable, adaptability is essential. 4. Preparation determines outcome. Battles are decided before they start, through planning and positioning. 5. Discipline and leadership matter. A well-led team outperforms a strong but disorganized one. 6. Timing is key. Act at the right moment, and small efforts create huge outcomes. Closing thoughts. The Art of War endures because it is not truly a book about war. It is a book about life, strategy, awareness, and human behavior. Sun Tzu teaches that conflict is inevitable, but suffering is optional. With the right mindset, preparation, and adaptability, we can overcome challenges more intelligently, avoid unnecessary fights, and create victories that benefit everyone involved.